I want to show you them opening the gates of Mordor, so here we go.
Hey.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, good. We're waiting to meet with them. Hello? I'm with Lieutenant Colonel Potter. We're waiting to meet with them.
Well, I'm a little hoarse. A lot of screaming and yelling. This will take me a few days to get my voice back. Today is April 13th, Sunday at sunrise. And I just wanted to give a little information here. You know, when we first arrived, and then the next day they had the confrontation. You know, I've heard a lot of the ladies saying, you know, we don't want guns here. We don't want them. But as it turned out, it was just as the forefathers of this great nation stated. The Second Amendment is what protects all of the other rights in the end. I want to give some thanks to all the militia members that showed up. They showed a degree of professionalism and dedication that was absolutely superb. As a matter of fact, the militia showed discipline, restraint, professionalism, but also determination. They were better trained and tactically more proficient than the BLM officers. Fact. When you compare the actions of the BLM that day with the confrontation over here by the bridge, when they tased Ammon Bundy, when you see how they treated young kids, beat them up, and of course Davy Bundy the day he was just merely taking pictures of his cattle from the road, and they tased and they beat him. Those are not police officers. Those are military, or they think they are. They are an army that is occupying our nation. And I basically mean the entire federal police force at this point. All of DHS, these guys in BLM. And we know, you know, last year that they obtained billions of rounds of ammunition, all of these different agencies, got all these armored vehicles, all these fancy weapons, all these nice new brand new vehicles with your taxpayer money to be turned back on you. That's what really occurred here. And the people have had enough. Not just the militia, but in the standoff down at the corrals yesterday, at the federal compound, federal fortress, they thought. And it kind of looks like Mordor. I showed you the pictures of the trucks there at the front, how they open and close to that area. They learned their tactics, I think, from the evil of Mordor. But it was amazing to me that our guys knew what to do. The militia set the example on how to react, how to act. They had their plans, they knew the dangers, they knew their strengths, and they acted accordingly. The BLM, on the other hand, intimidation, big talk like the bark of a loud dog. Not that they couldn't do damage, because they could, but they are not the gods that they think they are. The American people are the final arbiters of the law, not the government. So we're going to talk a little bit about that with Brand Thornton. I think he had a really good spot to be able to discuss this. Sorry, these little gnats around here that come out just before the sun gets really hot. But I wanted to say those few things. Basically, the folks that went down there to the corrals were extremely brave, to the compound were extremely brave. It could have gone very bad for them. A lot of people could have gotten hurt or killed. But the fact of the matter is that the government would have taken extremely heavy losses. Extremely heavy losses. And we were committed to imposing those losses on them if they hurt any of our people again. Not for any criminal conduct of what's right and wrong, but from definitions of legality. Like I've often talked about terrorism going from, ideological, religious, political motivations of hurting innocent people for a cause, to now anybody who just disagrees with the government. We can't let them do this anymore. It can't go any further, and it did stop here in Bunkerville, Nevada. As a matter of fact, what occurred here is the American people stared down the gun barrels of the United States government and said to them, "You shall